sure. Well, with the Armchair Airshow, one of the unique experiences that you'll have is to go into the cockpit with Mike and to actually understand what it takes to fly one of these displays and to get a unique perspective from a pilot's point of view. So, so Mike, talk us through it.
Yeah, so this is us arriving into the arrival loop. So we're pulling up, we put flying pyramid. We actually change formation as we're in the loop now. Starting at about 200 miles an hour, we reach the top of the loop at about 1,200 feet. We've changed formation. You can now see on the left-hand side of the screen there, that's blade 2 coming into position. You can see me flying there. We sit in the back seat of the Extra 300. So normally you fly in the front of an aeroplane when you're on your own, but to keep the center of gravity in the middle of the aeroplane, we actually fly in the back. What's happening here, looking at rolling around the formation, is blade 4. We've just finished a maneuver called Crazy, where blade 1 rolls upside down and blades 2 and 3 fly different knife edge positions on him. What's happening now, I'm pulling up to the vertical, calling roll go, so it's the order for myself and blade 2 to do a synchronized Lomshavak. Lomshavak is the Czech word, which means hangover. So all we're doing there is essentially putting the airplane out of control by parking the controls and the control column to the front left, kicking in full left rudder, and then doing what looks like a very gyroscopic maneuver. That's a synchronized maneuver that blades 2 and 3 fly in the display, and I get the honor of calling that to make it synchronized. So that's a bit of in-cockpit footage, which gives you an idea of what it looks like from the air. We do have some footage from the ground as well, I think, where you can actually see some of the maneuvers that the blades do fly. And we're very lucky. There are lots of people that film this sort of thing from the ground, and we get to see it on social media all the time. So hopefully we'll get a bit of footage that we can watch, and I'll talk you through some of the maneuvers that the team are flying.
And it's incredible, isn't it? I mean, one of the things that I guess stands you guys apart is you all know each other, and in formation flying, it's all about trust, credibility, predictability. And tell us a bit more about that, because you're very much hanging on every word of the leader. You've all got your role to play. Tell us the contract you have between each other, essentially, in the air.
Yeah, so I said, because as I mentioned already, the blades are sort of offspring of the Red Arrows, if you like. So started by former Red Arrow and have been completely made up of former Red Arrows as an aerobatic team. So the maneuvers, the standard operating procedures, the principles are all very, very similar, if not identical in some regards. So that trust has been built up over 55 years in the Red Arrows, and it's very similar in the blades. We bring that same level of trust into the team. You're flying quite close to each other, you're flying towards each other, as you just saw in the footage there. And it really is all about just knowing that your wingman's going to be in the right place, or you're going to be in the right place, and that your wingmen trust that you're going to be there, so that it's as safe and enjoyable as possible.
Well, Mike, that's absolutely fantastic. Thanks for the insight. Hopefully that's given you all a taster of what this Armchair Airshow concept is going to bring to you all. We plan to bring it to you very soon, so watch out for more. Thanks very much, Mike.
Pleasure. Enjoy the show.